You mentioned the greatest of all time. Got to ask you about Michael Jordan. What's your relationship like with MJ, especially as it, pertains to the Wizards and all the days in Washington?
Okay, one, you said he was the greatest, which clearly I am, so I'm the GOAT. Everyone knows
Love
it.
that.
So my relationship started with MJ back in '99. So I go down to Jordan camp. So this is my first time ever leaving really the valley, which it's Santa Barbara, so it ain't really that far. But going to play against high level guys like this. So we go down, I'm camp counselor, and at night you play pickup games. So MJ usually has about 5 guys on his team, so it's 5 plus 1 sub. That's all, and then the other 15 to 20 counselors on another team. So, since no one knows me, MJ decides to put me on his team. I think the thought process was he doesn't need to shoot the ball, so his team was full of a bunch of it was a bunch of no ones. It was me. Well, I mean, it was me, Scalabrini, Sean Lampley, MJ, and I forgot who the other 2 players were. So it was designed for MJ basically to shoot every shot. Okay, so I'm on his team, so I'm on MJ's team, so I'm already excited, like, oh my God, I'm sitting. So I'm the 6th person, so I'm on MJ's team. I'm the 6th person. So I get subbed in, and I don't think MJ looked at my high school resume, which means that I do not pass the ball whatsoever. Like, I do not even think about passing. I'm touching the ball 3 times before I even think about passing. So I take the first 8 shots when I get in. All money though. So I'm waving MJ off. I'm doing 1-4 flats. I am doing whatever. So, and we have the same team that whole week. The whole week. So it's the same team. So he can't kick me off. So by day 3, I have the whole camp saying, MJ sucks, Gilbert's better.
Really?
Okay. I'm going to tell you that because I was the fun counselor, I already told the kids to say it. Like, when I start scoring, say
you
MJ
have to.
sucks,
That's part of it.
So I have the Damon Wayne kids, I have Little Romeo and the Masterpiece. So I got all those kids just screaming it, and I'm in there getting buckets. I mean, I was scoring like 40 a night. So I think what MJ seen was 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm training. I'm training during council breaks. At lunch, I'm training. After the game, I'm training. So I think he's seen the determination that I had. And I remember he said, you remind me of a player on my team. And no discredit to the player, but when he told me the player's name, I was really pissed. So he was like, yeah, you remind me of this player, that played with me. And I'm like, oh, Scottie Pippen? Yeah, Scottie, yeah. He was like, Randy Brown. And I said, who? He's like, Randy Brown. What do you mean Randy Brown? Like, you're talking about, first of all, I'm scoring 40 a night against high level. All those guys is ranked. You got Darius Smiles, you got these are #1 guys. They're in college too. And you're calling me Randy Brown like I'm some defensive guy? What the are you talking about? Now I'm never passing you the ball, basically, is what my mind went into. So I was sitting there like ISO and MJ, out of here, Randy Brown. I'll show you Randy Brown. And I think he just 100% did that.
100% he did. Knowing what we've seen of him now, he was doing that to get in your head.
Yeah. So he asked me, he's like, yeah, you're going to Arizona. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to Arizona. They're going to redshirt me my freshman year. And then I'm going to do he's like, they're not redshirting you. I'm going to talk to Ludosin. And then there was an article came out that MJ talked to Ludosin, said he had a diamond in the rough. and most likely I'll be playing big minutes.
Oh.
And it happened. So, because of my work ethic, I think MJ, took a hold of me, from my high school days. So fast forward, my son goes to MJ's camp. And out of all the kids there, he picks my son to do the shooting for the kids. Because he's seen him working out and doing that. So, MJ did allow the kids to get an autograph. So my son shows up with wizard gear, his wizard gear that I gave him. So he shows up with, and MJ looks at it and says, "Hey, who gave you this?" He said, "My dad." He's like, "What's your name?" He said, "My name is Elijah." "What's your last name?" "Arenas." He's like, "Gilbert, your dad?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "What else did he give you?" It's like, so my son goes into his bag and grabs all of MJ's stuff, and he just signs it off for him. He said, "Tell that boy to come up here when if he's around."